What's up, guys? I'm Uncle Freedom, coming to you, still healing up, working on getting my ability to talk back. But I figured we'd go ahead and do a video. I'm actually getting ready right now to get set up for the next Open LE range day. I've mentioned it before on the channel. You can actually find all that stuff at my website. But first and foremost, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, because that, after all, is how we push out more Pro 2A content to everybody else around. Also, go ahead and find another person that you like the content they put out. People like RDR Gear, folks like that I really enjoy. Go over and check those guys out. Subscribe to them, because the more good, positive voices we have for the Second Amendment, the better in the space that we are, because there is enough junk to go around. So find those guys that put out solid quality content. If you're looking for anything to do with the gear, me, anything like that, you can head over to my website where I sell absolutely nothing YouTube. It's violentalgebra.com. There'll be a link down below that goes to that. Again, it's my website where I talk about the gear a little more. There's build lists and stuff like that. So head over there and check that place out. Also, big shout out to the #1 supporter of what I do right now, and that is Outlast Supply. They have everything from tools to water filters to survival food. You name it, they've got it over there. Go check my friends out over there. The people are amazing. And another huge shout out goes to my patrons of my Patreon channel. I've been trying to start putting out some stuff. There are some videos that will never be seen anywhere else that exist there. And the Discord chat servers are awesome. So head over there if you haven't yet. Check it out. See what I've got going on. And join a really cool crew of like-minded individuals. So again, I apologize if my speech patterns are off, if I sound like I'm slurring or that I'm holding something in my mouth. For those that have been here for a minute, you know I had surgery. I had surgery about 3 weeks ago. I had a full dental reconstruction done, and learning how to talk with all that is very different. Learning how to eat is worse. So getting ready to do this range day. So I've talked before about how to get the most out of your range time, and some stuff that I do that kind of helps out as I go and progress. Now, I travel with different things than a lot of people do. I will always have my Everly stock R1 Bang Bang bag. I'll leave a link to that one over here. I also have a Condition 1 pistol case. I've been running a 3-pistol variant, but I just got the 6-pistol 24 mag version. So that will be going with me, because I bring spare red dotted handguns out so law enforcement guys that don't have a red dot gun get a chance to use it. I also set them up with Alien Gear Rapid Force holsters so that they can actually get some real time on the range and practice, which I think is super useful. So setting these up, this is actually how it starts, right? So this is my outline for the range day tomorrow. So in talking to some people, the stuff they wanted to see was very basic fundamental stuff, because after all, how do you become a high level shooter? You do the fundamentals at an extremely high level. That's what we're going for. So starting off, I have a main target I use when I do range day, especially for handgun, and it is by axletargets.com. Great place over there. I have no connection to them at all, other than I buy targets from them. The target I use is a full-size target, but what I have is 8 B8s, 4 on each side, and I have 6 10 rings down the middle. So I have like a lot of options to run these fundamental drills. So basically the way I start off is with my my outline. Now, stuff like this, these outlines are available for you to print at my website, violentalgebra.com. And I break my stuff down. Like you'll see the top here, we actually have, you know, the first course of fire, which is going to be slow fire, 10 rounds on a B8 at 10 yards. There's no time standard or anything. With a time standard, it says par next to it, and a breakdown underneath of them is a mag count. So a magazine with this many rounds is what you need to do this drill. So what we'll do tomorrow, since it's a handgun based thing, is we'll start off with that main target up, and we'll do slow fire, 10 rounds, just getting everybody warmed up. Strong hand only, 10 rounds, target below it. Weak hand only, target below it. So you'll actually, that one, when we transfer, you won't draw, you'll actually just pancake over and you'll do your 10 rounds weak hand. Then we start getting into draws. It'll be draw 1 round, 10 sets of that, except we're actually going to be shooting into a 10 ring in the middle, so much smaller accuracy. Be doing that at 5 yards. Par, law enforcement, everybody's running, at minimum level 2 retention, but we're looking for 1.5 seconds or better. Then moving on, draw and fire 2 rounds. So rapid succession. Again, 5 yards. Par is 1.7 for that. And then we do the 5x5. So the 5x5 is an IDPA qualifier, and it's meant to be shot into the down 0 of an IDPA target. I do not run those, but that down 0 is the size of a B8 repair center. So that one is 5 rounds in 5 seconds or less from 5 yards, and you have to do it 5 times in a row. So the 5x5 drill. I'm looking at starting to do some of these where I'll film and I'll do like one of my favorite drills, and we'll film it and just release it on the channel so you guys can see me go through it. So I basically set this up, MAGA 15 and MAGA 10, and what we'll do is we'll go back to the 5-yard line, and you'll literally draw, fire your 5 rounds, holster up, draw 5 rounds, holster up, and we'll do it 5 consecutive times, and you have to score. My standard is everybody, you can only drop 1 outside of the black. So then I do a reload drill. I like reload drills because they force some manipulation on the gun. It also forces you to manually correct something in order to keep shooting. But I don't like 1R1s. I'm a bigger fan of at least 2 rounds, so 1R2. And the way I usually set mine up is it's in a B8. We'll do it from 7 yards, 4-second par time with the draw included. So go draw, fire 1, reload, fire 2 more. Then we do 1 transition 2. Again, I don't like just doing 1 round because you can be super screwed up and still get away with 1 round. So I do the 1 transition 2, and we'll do that 2 B8s on the same piece of paper like this, and you'll fire 1 transition over 2. The second round, you'll go 1 over here and then 2 over here. So you transfer them back and forth. We'll do that for 10 reps. So basically 2 mags of 15 will get you through that. Then I run a drill. I love running this drill. I run this drill almost every single range day, and it's known as the consistency drill. It's by Guerrilla Approach. If you guys have been in the Discord server, I've posted this target before. So basically what we have is all of the small circles get 1 round, all of the big circles get 2 rounds, and you have 2 mags of 12, so you have a forced reload. You're looking for 25 seconds or less. Every miss adds a second. I think this is an awesome target. I really enjoy it. I like it better as a cold start, but I have some newer shooters coming out to this one that aren't as experienced, so I'm going to run it after we get a good warm up. Then another favorite of mine, the Bear Solutions standard drill. The way this drill works is 5, 5, slide lock, reload, 3 to the center. I do this at 5 yards, but I've also run it at 7 and 10 yards. And basically what we're looking at 5 yards is 9 seconds or less. Not really a spicy standard, but it is a lot of fun. Works out really, really freaking well. It's a great time. Though that target, 100% free, bearsolutions.com. You can go pull some stuff. He's actually got a really good YouTube channel as well. And then after that, I'm going to run a trigger isolation drill. I like trigger isolation drills. You can do it a bunch of different ways. T-Rex Arms has a really good target for this, and you can actually print it. It's under their indoor range target. So you get this. There are 24 little bitty dots. There's a setup to do from compressed ready, from the draw, transitioning, and then under a timer. I don't do that when I do this. I do this to show you how to isolate your fingers. So what I'll do is basically one hand, you'll come out, and you're not going to put a lot of you in the gun, but you're just going to break that shot, trying not to dive the gun and fight with recoil. I like that a lot. But you'll do that all the way through that page, so you'll have 2 mags of 12 there. Then we'll move over, and then I run a drill called the 20 Alpha. Now, 20 Alpha is typically a cold start drill, but again, I have some guys that are less experienced that'll be out there tomorrow, so we will be running this towards the end of our range day. The 20 Alpha drill is a fantastic drill to see how consistent you are with a rifle or a handgun. The way we're going to set this up is we're going to have an A-zone. I like the Manzano Tactical A-zones because it's a blue ring around the box, or you can use an IPSC. Or you can take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and fold it in half lengthways, and there's your A-zone. What I will do with this, though, is you go back to the 20-yard line. You have, if you have a rifle, you just have a mag of 20. If you have handgun, 2 mags of 10. And basically what we'll do is there are 4 strings of fire. So on the beep, you'll draw and fire 5 rounds into the Alpha. Holster up, and we'll do that 4 separate times. You should be below 5 seconds. You should really be below about 3.5, which is not hard to do. And then I like to throw some bill drills because everybody wants to go fast. So doing the bill drill, I'm sorry about that, guys. My phone won't shut up. Now we'll do the bill drill. And the bill drill, everybody knows what that is, right? 6 rounds, 5 yards, 6 rounds, 7 yards. You're looking for 2 seconds or less. I modified that for this because everybody's shooting retention. And again, we don't have like all like super high level shooters. So I set our par at 3 seconds. But I also make them run it 4 times in a row. So 2 mags of 12 to get through that. And then I have a drill known as the KYL. It's the Know Your Limits drill. We use this a lot in precision rifle where we shoot progressively smaller targets at a given distance. On a handgun, I like doing it. You can do the same thing, but I really like having like an A-zone steel. And you'll have 2 mags of 10. So you want 20 rounds. And then you'll basically go to the 10-yard line. You'll draw and you'll fire 1 round, or you can fire all 4 depending on how you do it. Holster up, move back to 25, same thing. 35, same thing. 45, same thing. And what we're looking for is you want at least 75% hits on every single distance. So on that steel, I'm not worried about did you hit the middle of the A. I am worried, did you make impact with a C-zone steel or an A-zone steel, and did you do it in a reasonably expedient amount of time, which I don't time that. If you're taking too long, I tell you. But you should be dumping, 4 out of 5, basically, 80% at every given thing. So you can only drop 1 round per thing. You cannot miss all like 5 rounds at the 45-yard line. Sorry, you can't. And then I do a steel rundown. Now, Milspec Mojo has done a variant of this. It's an awesome drill. You have an A-zone steel. You have it. You start at the 25. You draw. You fire 5 rounds. You sprint up to the 7. Sprint up to the 7. Fire 4. Sprint back to the 25, fire 3, sprint back to the 7, fire 2, back to the 25, fire 1. Every time you miss, you go back to the station before it. So you're running back and forth. Now you can do this where you just have an unlimited amount of ammo. I limit this because again, we're playing with other people's money. Unless you're me and you're playing with your own money to teach people. What I do is I'll set it up 25 and 10. We have to do it that way just because of liability. And it's a timed event. And I only give you 3 10-round mags. So if you do it perfectly, it takes you 15 rounds to do it. If you screw up anywhere, you can really start burning up ammo. And the 310 forces you to have a reload in the middle of what you're doing. So I like that. So that's how I set this up. Now, because I am the guy running that range, I have to ensure that I am not constantly jamming mags and doing stuff, that I can just start progressing to the next drill, getting my par time set and my Kestrel shot timer. I'm trying to make sure that there's as little hiccup that I'm causing as humanly possible. Because we're playing on borrowed time. Everybody there is a cop. We can get called at any point and kind of screwed. So in doing that, what I'll do is the reason I write down these mag counts, right? So you know how many mags you should have, how much ammo you should have, and I will set up my mag count. So this is my mag case. This is a Case Club 20 AR, 20 pistol mag case. I'll break this guy open. So basically what I have is this. 20 AR mags, 20 pistol mags. And I will go through and I will take whatever my numbered mag is, like this is number 44, and this is one of those new Mechgar Staccato HD mags for Glock. And what I'll do is I'll take this and it'll be set for whatever it is I'm going to do. And I'll just have the numbers written down. So what I end up doing while everybody else is cramming mags is I just grab my next set of mags, stage them in my belt, and get ready to go to work again. I love this case, by the way. You can still buy these. Caseclub.com. Not bad. My ammo tote is usually one of these guys. This is an RD R Gear ammo tote. Not just a great YouTube channel. Makes really stellar gear too. And then the new holster that our belt I'm breaking in is this guy. So this is a Blue Alpha Gear Duty Belt Light in Ranger Green. This is their cuff case, their tourniquet dangler, their Alien Gear Rapid Force V3, Blue Alpha AR pouch. I use this mainly for flashlight or a multi-tool. No med kit on this one because this is worn in conjunction with a plate carrier that has a med roll on the back. And I have med on my person too. So I have 2 of the AR mags and then the blue alpha dump pouch. And then I have 3 individual blue alpha mag cases. Now you'll notice I have them canted, and they're canted at kind of a different angle. So they have an angled adapter that they sell. And I have a 45, 70, and then a straight up and down, which means as it goes to my side, it's a more vertical, and the ones in the front are very kind of flat, easy for me to index. Again, same deal, same Alien Gear Rapid Force B3 holster. You guys know I love these holsters, and they're about all I run. Super happy with those belts. I still love those belts. I still run those belts. If you noticed in the best Glock ever made video, there was a super sexy Desert Night camo belt. Yeah, I love that belt. That's the same kind of belt, man. I adore that company, man. They're all I run for belts anymore. I'm hoping we can do some low light stuff coming up because, you know, I really want to get out there and run the new V3s up against the V2s. So there's some differences. If you followed me around on social media, I've been posting this a lot because I think it's a really cool advancement. So this is my original MCH Duty. This is the new Duty HC. Not as good as you hoped. Still haven't heard back as I'm filming this. But I have the 1.0 and the 2.0 and the 3.0 of the Theorem. I love the 3.0, man. They made a big difference when they redid that 3.0. And then this goes with me everywhere. So this is my range toolkit. This is always, I have a duffel bag that goes with me. It's got my plate carrier, it's got my belt, and then this is in there, and then I have my Everly Stock R1 Bang Bang range bag, my case right there, and then I have a Condition 1 case and a tube that's got targets in it. That's all I take when I go out to the range. I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, you take like 6 extra handguns and like 50 freaking Glock mags. Yep, because I loan out stuff all the time. Guys on the range and they're like, man, I really want to try a red dot, but I don't know. Okay, cool. What kind of holster do you have? Do you have a QLS or an Alien Gear? And then we'll put the holster, and I'll give them one of my holsters. I'll give them a Safariland holster if that's what I need. Recently got lefties in so that I can, you know, help out my lefty brethren, let them try them too. And then I take whatever they're shooting. If they're shooting a 17, a 47, a 19, a 45, I give them that gun with the dot on it. That's good. And then I let them go to town. I let them run the crap out of it the whole range day. They give it back at the end of the day. Everything's good. All of mine are equipped with either TLR-1HLs or X300s because I loan it out as a whole package. And I kind of believe that's what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, there you go. More about how these range days actually happen. But the day before, so I will be on the range tomorrow morning on Sunday as I film this. So I will be on the range Sunday, March 16th. I'm filming this on the 15th. I will have all of my loadouts for this already loaded with a key on there telling me what number mag goes to what drill. And I will literally just have my mags sitting over there. I'll run over there in between drills while everybody's cramming mags, grab the next series of mags that I need, put them on my person, make sure I get the par time set. If I need to make notes because we're recording the speed of a drill, do all that, get out there, go to town, man. So put in some work before you go to the range. Have a good plan, because if you don't have a really good plan and you're not trying to minimize wasted time on the range, you're not getting as much out of your time on the range as you could. And that goes for a lot of things, right? Like having good tools, having this. So I'm actually going to do another video. I'm going to film it right now since I have been asked a lot about my must-have tools that I take with me and that I have to have. And we're going to do an armorer's tool. So I'll do that from my actual workbench where we talk about the vices, the vice blocks, the action rods, everything I use to maintain and keep guns and building guns for an agency. Because again, YouTube, I am an agency armorer. I fix guns. That is part of my job. Is what it is. So guys, I am Uncle Freedom. Hopefully you had found this informative and I enjoyed hanging out with you today. So take care of yourself, take care of each other, and until next time, I'll see you later.